We invite you to visit the Rebecca Sieff WIZO Vocational Training School in Bet HaKerem. This school caters for 100 pupils with a history of severe emotional and behavioral problems and complex learning difficulties.
I work with these youngsters for many years. They come to us with very low confidence, do not believe in the system, do not believe in themselves. This is the start point where we start working with them.
Follow us while we meet a former, a current, and a recently graduated student of the school. They recount their stories and the circumstances that led them to the WIZO school. Meet Mirit, Dolev, and Batel. We first met Mirit 7 years ago when she was a student at the Rebecca Sieff Center. She had been diagnosed with ADHD, dyslexia, and dyspraxia, and most of her life had been a painful struggle. I thought I was stupid. I felt so alone. I wanted to change, but I didn't know how. I ran away from home and got in with a really bad crowd. Everyone had given up on me, including my own mother. She said that my last hope was the WIZO school. I could go there or go to hell. This is Mirit today, now happily married and working in a nursery. Here she is visiting her old school teacher and telling her story to current students.
Shalom, I'm Mirit.
I am Mirit. I'm 25 years old and studied at the WIZO school for 3 years, 7 years ago. I came here after dropping out from various schools and having spent many years on the streets, getting into a lot of trouble. I was even caught stealing mobile phones at the school, but WIZO gave me a second chance. Then I made the decision to turn my life around. I now work in a nursery with children with behavioral and emotional problems. I do not need to read about their problems in books to know how they feel, because I felt the same. The nursery I work in is for children from broken homes. I often wonder, where do they bring the strength to smile, laugh, or be happy? Because these children have experienced so many things, they just need to be hugged and loved. Exactly what I remember I was given at WIZO, along with an education and other therapies that helped and gave me so much. I want you to realize what this place can give you and how much WIZO can give you. If I was given a chance, you deserve a chance too. Dolev is currently a student on the sound production course at the school. He grew up in a religious home with parents who were profoundly deaf and without speech. My parents sent me to a religious school. I didn't fit in. I missed lessons and many school days. Finally, I was offered a place at the WIZO school. At the beginning, my parents were suspicious because it was a secular school. But in the end, they were pleased I had moved here because WIZO transformed my life. Growing up in a home with parents who are deaf and can't speak was difficult. I was ashamed to speak to my parents in front of anyone in case people laughed at us. I could not share my love of music with my parents. When I came to WIZO and saw the sound department, the studio and equipment, I was so excited. Thanks to my teacher, I moved up a year. I learnt to use the mixer, plate and music computer programs. WIZO is different because there are so many teachers per student that there will always be someone to help and care about you with anything you find difficult. Me and my music are inseparable. My dream, after the army, is to become a famous music creator. Batel grew up in a home with severe financial difficulties and an abusive father. We did not have money for food. At the age of 11, the relationship with my dad became complex. Most of the time I was forced to be out of the home. I did not want to go home and was on the streets, surrounded by crime and drugs. I found a job in a restaurant. I was in an ordinary school but never went, as I was more focused on bringing money to my mum so that she could buy food. I was desperate until WIZO rescued me. On my first day at the WIZO school, I joined a small class of 8 students instead of the usual 40 students in most schools. I found myself surrounded by teachers and assistants, more staff than students, with lots of love and warmth. I was in shock. It scared me at first because I was not used to such love and attention. Each day of school ended with a smile and a sense of satisfaction. The WIZO kitchen gave me a bag of tools. Tools for cooking and tools for life. Last September, Batel chose to take a national service in the Children's Oncology Department at the Hadassah Hospital. But once a week, she still comes to WIZO to talk about her work with students and teachers. My dream is to be a chef. Thanks to WIZO, I am now giving back to society. WIZO was my last hope.
Every child needs at least one adult to believe him. Your partnership is very important because only with WIZO anything is possible.